There are plenty of things about your life that you understand are not right that you could repair. But you won't. Who knows why you do not have the self-discipline or the vision or the courage or the integrity of character, the maturity, or God only is aware of the reasons. However, there are some things that you are doing incorrectly or not doing that you could fix that. You would fix in. You have to sit and ask. Now, I suppose it's the reflection of the New Testament thinking that if you knock the door will open. And if you ask you will receive. It is a very interesting line because it sounds like something that is naively optimistic. It sounds like it is representing God as you understand the granter of wishes. In some sense, but I do not believe that is what it ability at all. I think what it means is that if you simply favor to know something and you really choose to devote yourself to something, if you are inclined to make the ideal sacrifices, right, and reorient yourself, that you can move in the direction of what you are aiming at. And I can tell you that if you ask yourself in all humility how it is that you should be better, and what you could do in a small way to move in that direction, first of all you will receive an answer about what you are doing wrong. It is not that much special than wondering. We do not regard that as in particular miraculous. Like, you may want to ask yourself a question and come up with an answer. But if you ask yourself a question about how it is that you are lesser than you could be, and what you should do about that, you may find out. Then if you do that, then you might not be lesser, and that works, and it is a fine form of humility as well, due to the fact what you are going to find out. If you ask that question is not going to be something you're proud of. It is going to be some little rotten aspect of your character that you are ashamed of in 15 distinct ways, and for good reason. Even the attempt to triumph over it is not going to be something that you're going to be in a position to trumpet proudly to your friends and your family, due to the fact you know to fight off something that is shameful is a personal affair in some sense. But you can do it. You cannot be doing that because you prefer to be a desirable character in some sense. And you can't be doing that because you desire to be seen as being a good person. That is now not the proper attitude. You have to be doing it because it is the transcendentally proper thing to do. It is the thing that you do if you purpose at the highest possible ideal, and the different aspect that's so beautiful about that is you're not going to do anyone any harm. If you discover out something that you are lacking, if you find out something you are lacking, first of all, great, you've found something you're lacking, and you need that thing you are lacking. Because life is difficult. It's going to call everything that there is out of you. So you want that element that you're lacking, and then you can work on it incrementally and humbly. Humbly meaning, you can work on it in the way that anyone has flawed as you could work on it correctly, and then it works, and then things get better. They tend to get better and better, and so that is very practical. Very much in keeping with psychotherapeutic practice and wisdom. I would rather say, you can have what you desire and want, assuming you're taking care of yourself. Assuming that you're starting out with a suitable attitude towards yourself, which is that you're worthy of care and respect, and there is something to you it really is valuable, that at least could be developed. You need to give yourself that amount of credit, like you would with anyone, that you might be inclined to attempt to care for and love. The next question is, all you can have what you want, but you have to specify it. What would you like from your friends in 3 to 5 years? What would you like your friendship community to appear like? How would you like your career to shape? How are you going to take care of your family? What about your kids and a long-term mate, a wife or a husband? What are you going to do with your time outside of work? It is useful, engaging, significant, and productive. How are you going to take care of yourself mentally and physically? And how are you going to withstand temptation so that it does not take you down in the particular way that temptation may take you down? You have what you want, and favor to make your life what it desires to be, so that you can be an excellent person in the face of the suffering of life. What does it look like? So you wake up in the morning, your consciousness re-emerges on the stage of existence, and what you're confronted by is the potential of the day. The day is a set of possible pathways. You could do this, you could do that, you could no longer do this, and you could no longer do that. And your conscience speaks to you almost immediately. I would say upon awakening, here's something I need to do today to hold things in order. Here is something I need not to do today to hold things in order. This is my set of obligations that I need to undertake so that when I go to sleep tonight I can sleep with a clear conscience and things are better than they might have. So what you see in front of you is the potential of the world, and consider it for a moment, the multitude of your faults and the course those faults could pull you in. And absolutely everyone is aware of that. All people has a sense of how they would fall apart in their own particular manner with their own specific weaknesses. And so, now you have something to aim at. You have a purpose, right? This is motivating the part of the human being, and that leads us to redemption, is the part of us that dies when it is in error and is reborn as something better and new. I assume that's true, practically, scientifically and metaphysically. It is real at every level of existence. No one knows enough to be sure of anything. In some feel, and what you do is you pursue the journey of your life. If you do pursue it, is to wrestle with those questions of ultimate meaning. The effective factor of the idea that it's those who wrestle that are already the chosen people. It is such a beautiful thought, because it means that regardless of our doubt, which is inevitable, I agree with the reality that we're willing to contend with that doubt and to move ahead in our lives, and that has already puts us on the right track.